my previous video was running the SCX10 based beetle bug that I built. Now, I hate to get rid of this body, but there are things that limit this truck, such as the front overhang and the rear overhang, things of that nature. So we are going to be getting rid of all of this. Pretty much everything except for driveline, axles, and electronics and linkages. And what we're going to be replacing it with is this guy here. This is an injora, or injora, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's a rock buggy cage. I bought this with my own money. You can find them on Amazon. And yeah, we're gonna assemble it today, and then in the next video we will install it all to the truck, unless I change my mind during filming. So let's get busy on this. These are not included. These are actually from Arma, like Gorgon and Vortex, and I don't think you see a bit of Fury back there as well. We have a manual to the cat, and another manual. Okay, it's just further instructions for the complete installation of everything. Okay, we've got what looks to be our cross bracing, screws, styrofoam packing, our bubble packaging. We got stickers. We've got our body panels. What are these made out of? Lexan? They feel too... yeah, they're not the right material to be Lexan. So these are like a hard plastic. That's cool. This is going to be, I'm assuming, the battery box, because it's got a battery hold down strap. We have the two sides of the cage, the skid plate and transmission mount. It even comes with its own little light bar that you can run, which is really cool. More screws. And what this looks like would be the front skid plate assembly, because it's got a little kick up to it. And that's all that's in the box. We will go ahead and start assembling it now. It's going in pretty easily. You don't want to over tighten it, because it is just going into plastic. I want to make sure all of these are flush, at least as flush as they can get. It looks fine like that. Alright. First piece is assembled. Give it a little push so the screw will bite, and then it should just thread right in. Nice and easy. I don't want to get it too tight. Still want to be able to move this around freely. So some people at this point may put just the other side of the cage on like this. If you do that, because these pieces are keyed and fit into the cage, you may have a bit of a problem getting them in between. So in the instructions here, it does tell you to put one side together and then put the other side on afterwards. That's the rear support in. What I'm going to do next, let's see, we're going to go up front. Actually, yeah, let's start up front. Take our battery tray, by the way, that plate is metal, if you're wondering. So your crossbar up top here. Fit onto the cage there. Okay. So, is that everything? We just have, yeah, we have no lower support in the rear. That's where the skid plate's going to come in. Just want to make sure all of this side is completely assembled. I don't see any more crossbars laying around. So now, we can get busy on the rear. Everything looks like it's aligned and sized properly, and you know, I'm not having to like wrench things into position and then put a screw in while holding it there, which I've had to do on some models. Yeah, let's say it's going together all right. The only reason I gave this a try, like the only reason I got this, is because I bought a set of wheels and tires from Injora, the SCX10, and I've had decent luck with them. I like them. They need to be vented because right now they're just on the wheels. They do have foams in them, but because it's a beadlock design and you know the wheels don't come vented, it's just kind of like a balloon. It's real, like there's air in them. So I need to vent the tires, and they'd probably grip a lot better than what they do. But I like their tires, so let's see if I like their cage. And so far, it's going together nice and easy, which I'm a big fan of. I don't like to fight with things if I don't have to. Looks like we're going to have plenty of room for the suspension to compress, and that axle mount servo looks like it's going to have plenty of room in here to clear everything, so that's nice as well. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to use my cantilever setup that I built. I just don't think there's any place to put it. For those of you who want me to use power tools, I'm not going to use them for something this small. Now on a 5th scale or a larger type of bolt, I could set the clutch real low on the drill and I don't have to worry about it. But on small screws like these are little M3 screws, certainly because it's going into plastic, I just don't trust it. So that's why I'm using hand tools. Angled just a hair down, so that's cool. And that's not going to move on me. I mean, unless I take a real big hit, it might angle it down a little, but all right. So, guys, I think I'm going to stop here. The only thing we have left is body panels and the skid. And the reason I'm not doing this is because this skid is going to have all of the electronics mounted to it before I load it into the bottom of the truck here, or else I'm going to load it in and then have a real hard time getting in here to do all the electronics. So in the next video, we will be swapping, I guess, everything else over into it, depending on how long things take. Shouldn't really take all that long in the next video. Probably not as long as it took to do this, you know, like cage and everything. So that's going to be all for now. And next week we will mount up all of the running gear, the transmission, and the electronics and ESC maybe. Just take it one step at a time. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.